Hello, my name is Ryan Chacon, and I'm recording this artifact review for Team 4, Project 4, the Hall Thruster Diagnostic Visualization for the Psyche mission. We're going to start here with the burn down chart, which is honestly looking pretty good, really working at that consistent pace. We actually have kind of finished early, so we're going to add more tasks in the next few days. All that'll kind of come into the next thing because we're kind of done here. So just to kind of talk about this discrepancy up here, basically we had copied over or we had brought over this user story from the previous sprint, and we had already had some of the tasks finished and closed. So that's why there's kind of this weird discrepancy here, this weird gap where these are the tasks that were closed. We know for the future we're not going to do that again. We're just going to manually retype the user stories because this really messed with Taiga and we don't want to affect that again. So anyway, uh, as you can see, our tasks are going pretty well. We have a user story here for learning the tools, learning Unity better, figuring out some of the basic coding, some of how the environment works. Wanted to make sure we got that down. Uh, we have some general consistency things for the project going forward, as far as how it's going to work, how it's going to look, stuff like that. So we made sure to kind of test for that. We wanted to get a very basic UI down, as we're still kind of figuring out a lot of our technical uh, goals going forward. We want at least have a good starting point, and we figured that some good UIs with buttons, with functionality, some very basic kind of conceptual functionality works well right now. We wanted to make sure that we have a good model, basic model to use. There will be a detail out of this throughout the project. However, for now, we figured we wanted something that we could kind of use that would give a good proportion for the size and the shape of the entire Psyche satellite or Psyche rocket, so that way we can kind of move it about as it needs to be. And finally, we want to have a good background for this model for the Unity environment because we don't want to have it sitting in nothingness. That would kind of ruin the immersion. So we wanted to find some good backgrounds for it. Now heading over to the GitHub, we have a main, which is pretty empty, but as we kind of get going more with the technical aspect, this will fill up. We have branches for each of our projects individually or individual kind of tasks we can put on here for commit purposes, stuff like that. We have a general Blender dev where we hold our big Blender models. Again, this will become more populous as we go on. And we have a general dev branch, which will hold our Unity models, Unity projects, Unity models, stuff like that. Which again, as we add functionality, as we add new things that we're doing within Unity, this will get more and more, let's get bigger and bigger. Okay, now on to our Google Drive. On here we have a lot of the general kind of non-technical things. So we have pictures of our models, we have our logs, our meeting minutes, stuff like that. It's broken down into folders for each person. It's just going to give an example of what it looks like. This is what mine looks like. The things I've worked on, kind of my individual commits and such for the sake of the individual contribution. And overall, just this is what it looks like. So far, I think we're doing well. I'm excited for what is to come. And yeah, see you again.